Did you know that you live in the last mile? That's the way large e-commerce companies see us customers. But it makes sense. They source the products that we buy online from factories and other producers all over the world, and then manage complex shipments across oceans and continents to deliver them to us as the last step in the global supply chain. In that sense, we are their last mile, but I don't see it the same way. When I leave my house in the morning, I think of that as my first mile, my street, my neighborhood, my town, my city. This is where my day starts. Big companies might think this is the end of the line for their business, but for me, it's my entire business. My name is Peter Voelkner, and I founded 3 Ecosystems in 2020. We're a provider of hyperlocal transportation services in India. Since COVID-19 started, the demand for local deliveries has skyrocketed as people were forced to stay in their local communities or even stuck in their own homes for long periods of time. Home deliveries became essential. Now, we've gotten used to the convenience of home deliveries, from food to electronics, even sporting goods. Because Indian consumers are some of the most technology-enabled in the world, with digital payment and digital commerce right at our fingertips, e-commerce is a huge driver of overall economic growth, and one of the reasons why India is so strong today. India is now one of the fastest growing large economies in the world. More and more people are moving into cities to find higher paying jobs and a better quality of life. While this has made India a major economy on the global stage, it's also come with problems, such as crowding, pollution, maxed out infrastructure, leading to things like heavy traffic and delays. This is one of the reasons why India's transportation and logistics costs are higher than many other big economies in the world. Last year, more than 14% of India's economy was tied up in logistics costs alone. That compares to 10% in China and only 7 or 8% in the United States and Japan. The industry that handles the movement of materials and products from one place to the other is called logistics, sometimes referring to goods traveling across oceans and continents, and sometimes across cities. When things are transported over long distances, it's referred to as intercity or long-distance logistics. When things are moved within only one city, it's referred to as intra-city or local logistics. There are many huge companies doing long-distance logistics. There are very few big companies doing local logistics because this business relies on a lot of local knowledge and resources. This is where 3 Ecosystems comes in. 3 Eco was created to bring technology and scale to local logistics in order to become the most efficient and largest local service provider in India. We're proving that technology can be used to overcome the problems of local logistics. We need technology to achieve 3 things. First, we want to build a large fleet of cutting-edge, heavy-duty electric vehicles. Then, we want to operate that fleet with dedicated infrastructure across multiple cities in India. And lastly, we want to use proprietary technology to manage our fleet with extremely high efficiency and utilization rates so that we can keep our costs down. We've made great progress today. 3 Eco has more than 1,000 vehicles, all of them Category L5 3-wheel high-performance electric vehicles. We're already operating in 5 major cities in the south and the west of India, and we're gearing up to hit 10 more cities in the next 2 years. According to our customers, we have the highest utilization rate and some of the best unit economics in the market today. We're so efficient because we control all of our vehicles and charging spots, and our staff only works for us. We don't rely on others to get the job done, and this is why our customers can rely on us. This is John Peters, one of our drivers in Bangalore. He's one of more than 1,300 drivers we have employed as full-time employees today. Drivers are the front line of our business. They drive the vehicles and get the work done. We only have dedicated drivers like John on our team. They are on board as full-time employees, not gig workers. Some have been with us for years. Why? Because we value our staff. We know how demanding the job can be, and we want to support them by providing all they need to serve happy customers. We make sure the vehicles are safe and ready at all times, and our drivers don't need to wait around for business. We make sure the customers are lined up with orders at the start of each shift. Also, we have dedicated supervisors and managers at each of our locations. If any problem comes up, we have the staff to solve it. Our people are more than just drivers. They're the face of our company. We make sure they have the proper training, real-time support, and salaries with full benefits to make sure they represent our company with pride. Local logistics is a service business. You can't have great service without great people. That's why we call our drivers service professionals, or S-Pros. Service is key because S-Pros deal directly with the end customer every day. In order to stay busy and make the most revenue, our S-Pros might serve several different customers in a single shift. That means our S-Pros need to be trained to do a lot of different things on the job. They need to be skilled professionals. As you can see, we're not just another delivery company. Unlike quick commerce, which is about fast food and impulse buying, we focus on routine, repeat customers with higher volumes. That's how we keep our S-Pros busy. Staying busy means more money and lower unit cost. That means high utilization for our fleet. But to have high utilization, you need to have the right business plan. It starts with our vehicles. Our heavy-duty electric three-wheelers carry loads of up to half a ton, doing delivery routes in dense, geo-fenced local markets with complex delivery schedules. They're not waiting around for single orders like food delivery riders. We can load up our heavy-duty three-wheelers and keep them busy for hours at a time. That's hard to do with two-wheelers. Smaller fleet operators regularly use contract workers that come and go. This is a problem. You can't train a driver that keeps changing from one day to the next. When you can't train your drivers, it's hard to do really high-quality services. It's also hard to keep track of a large number of drivers when they keep changing. Once a fleet gets beyond, say, 10 trucks, drivers become hard to handle without supervision or managers looking over them, as well as sophisticated technology systems like telemetry and mobile apps. But it's hard to pay for supervisors, and it's hard to invest in technology when you have such a small fleet. Small fleet operators simply don't have access to these things. 3ECO has proven that we can scale through the use of technology. We now have more than 1,000 electric vehicles across 5 major cities, and we're going to more than double that in the next year. But how does technology allow us to do this? First, we use technology from the ground up, based on practical applications, not engineers and programmers working in air-conditioned offices with no idea how the market really works. Second, we have great information technology. We track all our vehicles and batteries with telemetry. We monitor all of our depots and charging stations with live CCTV. We've created an entire mobile app ecosystem to communicate with our drivers and other staff in real time. We collect daily information, including revenues, services, and even maintenance work on the vehicles. We also designed our own resource management software called ePro. This stands for Efficiency, Productivity, Resources, Optimization. The web dashboard is the nerve center of our operation. In fact, we have a great team of data analysts that operate from our System Nerve Center, or SYNC, where they share accurate and timely reports with the operations team so that they can do their jobs. They even provide information directly to the drivers so they know their earnings every day and their targets for the month, but also how to improve and plan for the future. This is the key to our business. In the end, it's a people business. We need to manage a huge number of people, mostly drivers, and support them with great information. That's why at 3ECO, we're all about the team. It's not just the drivers, but also the senior managers. Here's what some of them have to say.
I found Peter on LinkedIn in 2019 when he was piloting electric three-wheelers and posting about them online. I was not only impressed with the performance of these vehicles, but the way he talked about using them at very high efficiency. He said electric means lower cost, but only if it's used properly. One of the great things he said at the start was that he wanted to share some of that efficiency savings with our customers. We wanted to make this a win-win. This really grabbed me. After I joined as a CRO, I started talking with Amazon, Big Basket, Flipkart, and the likes. They not only liked our EV platform, they loved the entire value proposition. From there, we have now served over 30 enterprise customers, and I expect us to capture many more.
I joined 3ECO more than 1 year ago as the executive assistant to the team. I'm a seasoned HR and administrative professional with decades of experience. Joining 3ECO has been one of the best decisions in my career. The work is not easy, but it is fair and rewarding. This company has no secrets, we show everything, and there is no place to hide. That is scary at the beginning, but it is refreshing and brings out our best when we get used to it.
I joined 3ECO after finding the company on LinkedIn almost 2 years ago. I work in executive office on special projects. Despite my relatively young age, I was given big responsibilities and tested early. When I made a mistake, I was corrected and given another chance. This has built up my confidence, and the guidance from a seasoned team has helped me in actively developing my leadership skills. Just like 3ECO, there seems to be no challenge I will back down from now.
How did we get such great leaders at 3ECO? And how do we keep them engaged? It's the clear, unique mission we set out with. We never wavered from our original plan and strategy. People respect that consistency, and it's allowed us to build on our shared values. Our approach is simple: solve problems, create win-win situations. We actively target the challenges our customers face every day so we can come up with sustainable solutions. If we can't solve headaches for a customer, then we normally don't take them on. We're never going to ask a customer to pay more for the same service. We always deliver more value for the same cost. In order to achieve this, we have to innovate in ways that the market hasn't seen before. Customers have been quick to notice our efficiency and our transparency at 3ECO. They love that we have full control of our vehicles and our drivers. It gives them confidence in our service. This problem-solving win-win approach has helped us to grow since the start, and now we're ready to grow even faster. A big part of our success comes from our cutting-edge information technology platform and sharp data analytics team. Being data-driven is part of our DNA. We rely on accurate, up-to-date information and well-oiled analytical processes to keep tabs on our performance every single day. The goal is not just to work harder, the real goal is to work smarter. For us, good enough is never enough. Plus, although we make almost all of our money in transportation today, we're going to make money in a lot of different other ways in the future. For instance, we've already started advertising campaigns where customers can put their content on the side of our clean and quiet electric vehicle. These vehicles routinely go into very high-value areas where premium customers can be found, for instance, in residential developments, schools, and office parks. Someday, we plan to set up hyperlocal marketplaces where local businesses like kiranas or cloud kitchens can connect and do business without the usual hassle and platform costs. Our vision is to boost local communities by using smart information and technology to make everything run smoother. At its core, 3ECO was more than a logistics company. We're an IT-driven innovator focused on improving lives in the hyperlocal marketplace, our first mile.